Today I'm doing a book review of Red Harvest by Dashiell Hammett. And this book actually is a trilogy of his work. The Maltese Falcon, The Thin Man, and Red Harvest. I've read the first two, and Red Harvest is one I've been meaning to read for a long time. And I have to tell you that it was well worth it. Red Harvest is one of Dashiell Hammett's most hard-boiled novels, I think. The Maltese Falcon is pretty hard-boiled, but Red Harvest is notable for the degree of violence that takes place in it. And other than that, let me see if I can sum up the plot. Essentially, the Continental Op, if you're familiar with the unnamed character from Dashiell Hammett's work, his name was the Continental Op. He didn't really have a name as such, but he's the unnamed detective, so to speak, who works for the Continental Op agency. And he arrives at this place called Personville, but it's nicknamed Poisonville for reasons that become obvious. There's a lot of corruption and bad stuff going on, and he's ostensibly hired by this old man to clean up the town. And in doing so, he gets into a lot of scraps and ends up in a situation where he's accused of a crime, murder specifically. The ins and outs of this are too difficult to recite, and I'm not even going to try. But that's part of the appeal for me of stories like this, the total twistiness of the tale. And the language that he uses is so concise and sharp and easy to read that it reads almost like a screenplay, in the sense that it's very concise, terse language. But more than that, he uses language in a way that's very descriptive and manages to take the phrase hail of bullets, let's say, and rework it in ways that are highly imaginative. Things like bullets rained through the car, or stuff like that, where you take a phrase that might be somewhat trite and you completely rework it in a way that's imaginative. So that was one of his special talents, I think. And so I highly recommend reading Red Harvest if you like hard-boiled mystery, which I do. I love it. And again, here's the cover. Dashiell Hammett, one of my favorite writers. By the way, if you want to buy the book, I'll include a link to where you can buy it in the description to this video. And that's it for now. Talk to you later.